Well, manipulated is not my feeling of it.
Joining in
I
is...
join in the act.
Joining in the act is being manipulated.
Why? You're part of the manipulation. Being in the audience.
Sure,
So
you're
that
manipulating.
You're part of the action.
But you're performing according to that particular tune.
And you can do it deliberately, Marshall.
Anybody know what's going on here?
They're manipulating each other.
No, we started with a theme. Jerry, we started with a theme that music manipulates the hearer.
Well,
Involuntarily.
The question then is, we've said that, now I say yes, providing the audience permits this to happen or doesn't understand what's happening, and then I say the following, that if they do understand what's happening, then they can also manipulate the situation, if you want to use that word. But when you use that with relation to the audience and performer, it changes the whole nature of the action, and maybe manipulation is not the right word for it.
Well, to go back very slightly, music does not manipulate the trained hearer. It's quite the other way around. And the trained hearer, hearing, is performing. He is himself engaging in an execution.
When you say the trained hearer, do you mean the trained hearer at a concert?
Anywhere.
I mean he is able to shut it off. He doesn't have to leave the hall. He can shut it off while listening.
Surely nothing can be more manipulated than anything that's trained.
No, what I mean is that the trained hearer following music,
he can disapprove of every moment, but he goes on listening.
He knows what's going on.
He knows that it's an abomination.
As may well be.
But I mean to say, as we do when we're subjected to advertising.
There's a difference between a person who, for instance, listening to a piece of music and hears an interrupted cadence and doesn't know that's what it is, and a person who does know what it is. And the person who does know is active in the process, and the person who doesn't is not.
That is the point that I was raising.
Oh!
Only people with your trained ear can really appreciate what he's doing. I couldn't. I'll be quite honest, I never...
I know that I could never, in a performance of any kind, that's a piece I happen to know how to play reasonably well, I know I could never bring out those tremendous fermati. I just couldn't bring it off, and scarcely anybody could. Perhaps nobody but Gould could. He is, this is bravura, this business of playing nothing, or sitting on one note while everybody's saying, for God's sake, get on with the next.
But that is a put-on, you see. That is
a performance.
That is how you put on an audience.
That's what a performance
is. By
is.
tormenting them.
That's right.
Look, a performance...
real anti-formance or something.
No, a comic puts on his public by hurting them. And it's done by timing, intervals, gaps, timing. The comedian, he puts on his public